county lines.
The county
Do you have a
lines.
sticker?
Everyone thinks I'm saying the counting lines or the county lions. Just like everyone thinks my name is Brett and I don't know how to talk. Yeah, the Bandcamp.
Yeah, can you go ahead and just do a little advertising?
www.thecountylines.bandcamp.com, featuring Brad Dewar, Ryan Sheffield, and Adam Neese. HTTPS.
Geocities.com/Capitol Hill.
Yeah, right. Homestead.
Is the Plastic Assassins record out there?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, there are
so if
like
you want to hear the
5
Plastic
tapes in
Assassins, you have to
existence.
come find us at the
Right.
show.
I think generally you should just come find us.
We changed our name from the Plastic Assassins,
Which
to
has no
the
meaning.
County Lines. Yeah, the Plastic Assassins had no meaning at all and was somehow a reference to like Little Green Army Men from our like childhood gaming days.
Okay, so it did have something.
We wanted to be able to book shows without people being like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's true. Those are the main themes: dying, geography, and drinking. I gave my dad a copy of the CD, and he really liked it, but he was concerned about some of those lyrics, and I told him that I really don't want to kill myself.
Well, and the
Those are
thing is
things
that
that matter
we
the
consider
most, I think.
ourselves to be a happy band,
Right.
thematically.
That's what's really weird about it is I feel positivity when I sing songs, and like it's like exercising all these demons, you know.
Brad will write part of a song and then come up to me and be like, "Well, I don't know what to do
can't finish
anymore.
it."
Should I throw it away?"
Yeah.
And then I'll help him fill in the gaps.
I didn't like you. We were in Miss Merriweather's class in 3rd grade, and I just moved from Longview, and you were there, and you were fast.
How'd y'all meet each other?
I don't remember.
Probably a shared interest in pretending to be aliens on the
Yeah,
playground.
that was it. So, and that was like 1993.
Yeah, we were equally unpopular and ugly.
I think I tried to be cool for a while.
Well, we all did. We happen to all be from a similar environment.
In suburban South Grapevine. We look across DFW Airport
Yeah, well,
to see North Grapevine.
This place is weird, and we'd always seek out those places and have a hard time reconciling that with our suburban upbringing. We formed a band in 6th grade and didn't probably start playing music till 8th grade.
Yeah, I didn't actually get a drum set or any musical instrument for that matter until 8th grade.
I think that's kind of like indicative of everything. We just talked about it for a long time. We had a lot of band names. The first one was Terminal Static.
Oh, I
With
didn't
a
know
sweet
that.
logo in MS Paint.
Oh yeah, well, and
All the A's
all
were
the A's were
anarchists.
anarchists.
Of course. When Dawn finally joined them, we were Puppet Government.
8th grade, I think.
Yeah, late 8th grade.
Then we changed it to Elected the Rejected.
Yes, based on the Green Day
Green Day
lyric.
lyric.
And for the record, that was our official first band name. That was really...
Our first show was Elected the Rejected. Didn't we change our name to 12 Gauge Revolution?
If we did, it was for a very brief period of time.
We had a lot of names.
It's fun to come up with names.
It's more fun than being a band.
Elected Rejected played the one show, and that was it.
And I was doing other bands for a while. That was the thing.
Yeah, well, I got
Casual
kicked out of
day.
the band.
Okay, Plastic Assassins started.
We reconciled after the whole kicked out of the band thing. We would put on shows in people's parents' garages a lot, and I can't believe they ever allowed us to do it, but we'd play our ridiculous, funny songs about drinking.
I remember doing a lot of drinking on Bear Creek. Like we'd sit by the creek, and I'd have my guitar, and we'd like come up with really terrible anti-folk songs or whatever we understood of that.
We definitely spent a lot of time underneath highway overpasses and by shitty creeks with stagnant water, smoking and trying to hide it from the cops.
We used to have, before they tore everything down around our house.
Everything is torn down now.
Yeah.
Everything is gone.
Yeah, but I mean, it was one street down, we could be in the woods.
Yeah. And so we get that like folk element or whatever the hell it is that we have that we feel drawn to talking about land and place and things. And then we have the suburban element and what you do when you are angry and you suck at everything and you don't fit in suburbia, you latch onto punk rock, and that's what we did.
Can't wait till this whole town goes up.
Yeah, 1919 Hemphhill, by the way, is an amazing place that's really important to our area.
The longest running DIY venue in Texas. They're still around, and they allowed us to open all these shows. We didn't have to ask. Well, we did ask, I think. It was just, but we felt comfortable asking.
Yeah, 1919.
Only because punk rock and DIY existed. that's we would never have been like, hey, major club, let's open.
No, we never even tried.
The bands that we would play with would encourage you. It's just a very like we'd always play with 4 bands, and with band like there was no audience. It was just bands watching bands. Yeah. Whatever positivity thing, like this encouraging factor, really.
No one's ostracized for being bad. Like
Everyone
we
is
most
welcome.
certainly have been many times in our band's career. It's they just want you to keep going and be a part of the whole scene.
Yeah, so this band used to book us at Plush in Austin. They were like the only people in Austin that like this. You know, you all have to play a lot.
How many times have we played in this space?
Probably 20 times.
What's your favorite place that you like to play shows for your band?
Rubber Gloves.
Right
J&J's.
now, I'd say J&J's.
J&J's. Rubber Gloves.
I really like
too.
Rubber Gloves. They put so much power into our sound.
I'd always prefer to play on the floor anytime.
Floors are where we belong.
But
We
Rubber Gloves is
deserve
the
floors.
best stage we could ever play on.
It's the only stage I feel comfortable on. Red 7, big high stage.
Yeah, Red 7 somehow I always felt comfortable, but I think it's just because we were so drunk we couldn't really tell where we were anymore.
There's that. Oh, mostly that, but they genuinely wanted us to be on bills because they hated the bands they were booking. When was the last time we played Deep Ellum?
What was that
Dada.
place called? Yeah, Club Dada.
I remember not being well received.
No, we were not. Well, Sea Lion was with us on that. Love you guys.
Love you, Sea Lion. We'd always have what we call them like brother bands.
Yeah, they're like our little brothers. They're great.
Well, they're not really our little brothers.
Well, they're a little younger than us.
And
we
but
provided them with the drinks they couldn't buy, so
They
they're
play
like
more
our little
shows than us, and
brothers.
everyone loves them. And
they're not career-wise.
they're
Career-wise, they're the president and we're the garbage collector. I'm just saying, like, in a personal relationship, I want to just hug them and be like, I support everything you do, little bro.
So Sea
Too
Lion,
bad I'm such a failure.
Sea Lion's great. Otherwise, it's the whole grapevine, whatever the hell everyone does all the time. Mount Righteous was the thing. Joey, Kendall.
HERRAR I played with.
HERRAR.
Justin's an amazing songwriter.
Whiskey Folk Ramblers, those are good friends of
Yeah,
ours.
very good friends of ours. Like, the scene is huge, and it's really it's about that, because a lot of these bands change. Like, they change members, they change names, they become new bands. The people stay the same.
Yeah,
and
so it's the
really
common
great.
thread throughout all of it that we support. And I've always said I don't like half the music some of them are making. But
That's fine.
But that doesn't matter because I love those people, and I know they don't like what I do, but they're still here.
They didn't decide that they should get a bassist. I decided that I would play bass for them.
I think that's probably
No,
true.
it's-
People would constantly say, like, why, when are you guys going to get a bassist? You guys would sound so good with a bassist.
We grew up together.
We did record our first attempt at recording.
It was easy. I just said I had moved back to Texas, and I had experience playing a bass, and I said I'm going to be your bass player, and they couldn't refuse.
2008, you joined the band.
Yep.
2014.
2014.
We recorded.
Well, there was a period of time where we were really active and writing songs and playing all the time when you guys had that house in Fort Worth.
We had Fort Compliance in Fort Worth. That's what we called our house. A lot of people tried to record
We've
us.
had the material to record an album for at least a decade.
Okay, isolating instruments. Big
that was
problem
that was
for
the
us.
thing. We can't do it. They'd always try to like separate the tracks and be like, "Okay, Ryan, you're just gonna sit here and play drums."
Yeah.
Like I have no idea how the fucking songs go.
That's
like,
insane. I think they thought that that it should sound better, that they didn't want it to sound like our live show.
We want it to sound live.
It's
don't want a
what
big
we sound
studio
like.
Production thing that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But we finally pulled it off with Joey Kendall's.
And we should have known all along,
assistance.
really, I think, that Joey would be the best person for the job because he understood what bullshit we were doing.
He's known us long enough to know what we don't want.
We will never stop playing shows because we can't.
We're 30-year-old men playing in our parents' garages.
Which is fine because our parents love us too much. No, we will always play. I mean, it's like this. We can't not do it. We have to do it. We're just always going to be here for you.
It's like that song you tried to write, or you're currently writing.
Yeah, well, it's a process.
Called Holding Down the Fort.
Right. We hold down.
Oh yeah,
the
I
fort.
forgot about that song. Jesus
Right, I did
Christ.
too. We hold down the fort, so you don't have to. And don't worry,
So you don't have
we're not going anywhere.
Nope.
Probably walking home.
I love you guys.
Where do you go?
This looks like Brad's moving his legs.
All you got is home. Back to my